Brad Aaronsfield and Vicente Alvarado for UCT Direct Fitness. This is your training tip of the week. In this week's segment, we're going to talk about one of my favorite techniques, the elbow hug. I've been doing this since the 90s. It's a really sneaky technique. It's good, but it's all technique, but it's an easy setup. And a lot of times, your opponent doesn't even know he's in it until the final moment. So we'll start from where I first start getting this is from the side mount. I'm in this position here, and I either get pulled over or I push myself to a chest-to-chest position. I can take my knee off of a knee on belly, I can slide it off, go chest to chest, but I maintain inside control with the outside arm. This is key. This is gonna keep them from slipping out. Maintain this inside control, and once I lay this hand on the ground, it's already set up. I lay it sideways, I put my thumb up for reference because this is where his elbow is gonna go. Now, you can see my elbow is right against his hip. This technique has to be applied at about a 45-degree angle because it's easy to counter when we apply it from a 90-degree. So as I get in here and I start to set it up chest to chest, I lay here, I push myself forward and I plant my hand on the outside, my head on the outside of this hand. So it's right here, this hand is on my chin, my head's on the opposite side, and this elbow right at the tricep tendon is gonna lay right on the side of my wrist. So I set it up, now he's already in it. Now it's difficult to get out. And now I'm gonna start, I need to pick his head up. This will be the point a lot of times where they realize that they're in something. I lay this over, I just lay on it, I reach down, grab a hold of his head, and I step over his head and I slide my leg underneath it. Now I'm in the elbow hug position. I apply this by turning my body sideways, going palm to palm, and I apply it in the opposite way the joint goes, and I apply it right here. But I have to turn my body sideways and make almost like make myself compact so I have room to attack this elbow. So he gets instantaneous joint pain and it's instantaneous satisfaction for me. Now, I can make this technique a little bit better. When I attack it the same way, you get in, plant it. Like I said, they start to know that they're in trouble about the time I reach and grab their head and step over their head. I can further secure this by figure fouring it into my own leg. Now it makes it even more difficult to get out. Plus you're applying a little bit of a choke to his neck. So I can squeeze this down and now attack his elbow. Now, other variations to this technique, the more you'll do it, you'll find that you can pick this technique up everywhere. I can get it from the side mount with knee on belly. He reaches up to grab a hold, they turn in towards me. I hook the elbow the same way. I can go from inside control, or I can just look for the elbow, hook it. Here's my gap that I can use to attack it. I can attack this way. I can kneel up, which is what I like. If you put this knee right on this edge, right by his ear, and push away, it'll turn his head away, and it'll allow me plenty of room to attack this elbow. Even if he's trying to rotate his arm and get out, it's difficult to get out because I'm applying pressure with my neck. I'm applying pressure with this hand right here at that elbow notch, at the tricep notch, pushing it in, and I'm pulling it and squeeze it. I can attack it that way. I can step over and attack it. If I'm in the middle of applying this technique and he shoves me backwards, it's okay. I can keep the technique. I can ride it up over backwards, and I can still attack the technique this way. It's a little easier to get out when you've gone to your back. He can rotate his shoulder a little bit more. He can probably work his way out of this, but if I attack it right away, by the time I hit the ground, I can still finish this technique out. So you'll see there's several variations. The more you try this technique, the better you'll get at it, and it'll start popping up everywhere. So go ahead and get out there and try that elbow hug. I hope you like that. This is Brad Aaronsfield, Vicente Alvarado for UCT Direct Fitness Training Tip of the Week.